Yo, what's up? It's your boy Hercules back at it once again. Another video. Just want to do another quick video right now. Something that was on my mind. A little quick impromptu video. I was thinking about. I want to say shout out to everybody that watched my videos. Thank you. Appreciate it. Some people, you know what I'm saying, been enjoying it. Got some good feedback. So, yo, hit me up. Any questions, you know what I'm saying, you want to talk about? Anything you want to hit me up with, yo, just hit me up with it. I know it's last time I said I was gonna put up my videos for some tournaments. I didn't get no chance. I didn't get the chance to go to tournaments at the end of the year for 2012. You know, sometimes life just gets in the way. You got life gets in the way. You gotta juggle. You gotta juggle. It's a struggle, but you never give up. You know what I'm saying? You never stop training. I ain't stopped training yet. I'm still training. Still working out. Still teaching, and I'm loving it. So. It's 2013 now. Got some good things coming my way, and got some plans for some tournaments that's coming up. So I'm gonna get into it and get out there and represent traditional, martial arts. We hold our ground, we do our thing, and we still, putting it back on the map. Anyway, I wanted to make this video about people with multiple black belts. That's right. So again, I wanted to do this for I do this, for people who when you're thinking about when you think about going to a dojo or checking them out, walking to the door, you trying to see what they're about, and they come at you with, I got a black belt in so and so, I got a black belt here, I got a black belt here, I got a black belt here, and I got a black belt here. It's like, really? Seriously, man? And it's not to say it's not possible, all right? It's not possible. That's not what I'm saying. You have to think about, how practical is it, How much time do they spend training, So, what does it mean to have a black belt? What does that mean? And basically what it means when somebody tell you they got a black belt, it means that they have learned the basics of that art. When you have a black belt, I mean first degree, black belt. When you reach that level of first degree, first dan, chodan, what you hear them say, when you reach that level, a first degree black belt, it just basically means you have mastered the basics of that style. That's what it means. It means you've mastered the foundations. You covered, basic punches, basic kicks, and everything of that style. Once somebody got their, third degree, fourth degree black belt, that's when they got more insight and understanding of the style. But when somebody get their first degree, it just basically means, they mastered the foundations of that style. That's all it means. And basically, really, that's all you really need when, for most things that, try to accomplish in life, just trying to learn how to defend yourself. So all you really need is just a black belt, basically, depending on the teacher in the school. Like I said last time in my other videos, depending on who's teaching the style, how good they are in teaching. But now, how long does it take to get a black belt? That's another issue. And depending on the style that it is, you gotta look at which style it is. Is it a Japanese style? Like Shotokan, Goju Ryu, Uchin Ryu, Kyushin Karate. Is it the Korean styles? Taekwondo, Tang Sudo, Kuksu Wang. It depends on what style it is, what they got to teach you, and usually minimum for most arts is 2 years, 2.5 years. That's minimum. That's you coming to class training, 5 to 6 days out of the week, taking 2 to 3 classes. All right, so minimally 2 years, 2.5 years, you can reach black belt level. 5 days a week, 2 classes a day, 3 classes a day in there. You there every day. All right. And most times, and so I think the maximum time it takes is probably like 4 years to reach black belt level. It's for people who, and it's basically for people who come to class like once a week, twice a week. It's going to take you that amount of time because you got to remember everything, and you got to sharpen everything up. So that's why it takes such a long time if you only come to class twice a week. So, but yeah, minimally, probably 2 years, right? Another thing is the issue comes in is, like I said, we gotta look at the style. What style it is. You want to look at, how their requirements for black belts. All right, after that, after first degree, what does it take to get you the second degree? What does it take to get third, fourth degree black belt? All right, now that's it's a while back. I had ran into this guy who was teaching here in DC, and he was I happened to walk into the class. It's my friend. I have a friend of mine that lives like across town, and he was asking me about finding a school that he could take his daughter to, that he could go training, and basically he's like, yo, I don't know how to judge, a good school, isn't that? So I said, all right, I'll come check it out. So, I happened to walk into the class, and a guy that day, claimed that he was, it was going to be a special day that he's, sharing this information with, with people that he usually doesn't share. And he was like, yeah, it was me. I was there, some other people was there checking out the class also. And he was basically like, yo, y'all came, right on time. It's like, because I usually don't tell people, there's information about to share with y'all and stuff like that. So basically, he turned to the class and he's telling them, about a little bit about his background. And I figured that, I was thinking that, your class should already know a bit about your background, shouldn't they? But anyway, so he started going off into his background, like how he got an 8th degree black belt in Tung Sudo. He's 8th degree black belt, Taekwondo, 7th degree black belt, something else, I think Hapkido. And I right there, and I was like, nigga, please. and then again, he's older than I am, so he's in his 50s. He had to be about in his 50s, and it's not that it's not possible. It's not possible. I'm not saying it's not possible for you to achieve that, but usually, get into the time frames. There was another one. Somebody they was asking me about someone. What I think about so and so. I'm not gonna put nobody's names out there. I don't really care who you are. I just don't want to put your name out there. They was like, yo, what do you think about so and so? And I was like, I'm not impressed by that nigga. The Bama's don't impress me. What? And they was like, yo, he said he won all these tournaments, man. He did this and that. And I was like, so? I'm saying, just put that Bama in the street. Let's see what we can do. So I just happened to look up his profile, and he said he had a 5th degree black belt Taekwondo. This guy got a 6th degree black belt in Shotokan, and he's younger than me. I'm like, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? So now again, I'm not saying it's not possible for someone to achieve that, but you gotta look at the time frame, all right? And what do I base that on? Now, most styles, like I said, Korean and Japanese styles, there's a time frame that they follow. All right. So let's take Shotokan. Let's take Shotokan, Tung Sudo, Taekwondo, these styles, Muda Kwang, Subakdo, Muda Kwang, Taekwondo, Muda Kwang, all these styles, Goju Ryu. There's a time frame that it follows. Once you get your 1st degree black belt, you training. There's a 2-year training period before you get your 2nd degree black belt, and then before you get your 3rd degree black belt, there's a 3-year training period for you to reach for your tests for the 3rd degree. You want to test for your 4th degree. You got 4 years training period to test for your 4th degree, and so on. All right, for 5th, you got your 5 years of training test for 5th. For 6, you got 6 years of training to test for 6. All right. Now, let's say you'll meet a lot of people. There are a lot of people out there who are like at 25, 26-year-olds, and they're 5th degree black belts. Okay. Now, say you left one style and you go to another style. And typically, most people in the art, they respect your black belt from another style. So they won't let you drop in. They won't bring you in and say, well, I'm going to drop you down to a white belt. If you're a black belt, you're a black belt. All right. So you come from Taekwondo and you go to, Goju Ryu, and you want to train. They're going to still respect your black belt, but yet you still got to start at the white belt level and train, and learn their forms and their techniques all the way up to black belt. And once again, you got to look at, it's the same thing. It'll take you probably, since you come in as a black belt, it'd probably take a person probably a year and a half, maybe a year to 2 years just to learn, the basics and test for that 1st degree. Then you get your 1st degree black belt in that style. Now, same things will happen. It's a 2-year training period for you to get your 2nd degree. 3-year training period for 3rd degree. That's 5 years already. 4 more years to get your 4th degree. That's 9 years already. All right. 5 more years to get your 5th degree. All right. So you've already trained over 12 years in this art. So you gotta look at that. Somebody's 25, they're gonna be 35, 37, they're gonna be like 38, 39 with a 5th degree black belt with another 5th degree black belt in a different art. All right. Somebody coming to you, they say, yeah, I'm 30, they 31, 32 years old, and they got 5th degree black belt in one art and a 5th degree black belt in another art. Come on now. Who the hell did you get that from? Who's that Mickey Mouse? You know what I'm saying? All right, go over there. And you got, like I said, you got to look at the training period. For people, you know what I'm saying? The people that in their 30s, in their young 30s, I would, you know what I'm saying? I would like, yeah, whatever. But someone who's in their 50s, their 60s, and they got two different, black belts, 5th degree black belts. That's more, practical. That's more believable because they've been training for all them years. But somebody who's in their 30s, their early 30s, and they tell you they got a 6th degree black belt here, and I got a 5th degree black belt here. Come on, man. Now, for most people, for people to get their like 7th, people you see 7th degree, 8th degree black belts. Usually, there's a lot of people nowadays that just, it's honorary. You got an 8th degree black belt in Shotokan. You got an 8th degree black belt in Taekwondo. Usually, it's just someone that they know who trained the Taekwondo that promoted them to 8th degree. It's not that they had trained 30 years in that style and got promoted. You know what I'm saying? Because you're looking at about 25 years of training in this one style to get an 8th degree. And then you're looking at another 25 years of training in the other style. All right. So, like I said, you got to look at the person's age. How old are they? You're 60, 70 years old. Okay. And usually people who are like 60, 70 years old, they train in that one art. And they've been training in that one art for 40 years. And they'll tell you, I've been doing this for 40 years. Doing this for 30 years. This is their art. This is their one art. They may have done other stuff, but no, they have that one art that they perfected and they've learned for the last 40 years. And that's what it comes down to. Most of the people, saying they got black belt here, black belt there, and I got black belt here. You're like, man, get out of my face with that bullshit. What's your art? What's your style? That's what I want to know. All right. And like I said, it's not that it's not practical. You got to take the person's age and, look at what level that they're talking about that they have. Yeah, you get a black belt. And mostly any different style, you train for a year. year 2, you train right, and you got your first degree black belt. And that's just mean you've learned the basics, the basic foundation of that art. That's it. You don't have a deep understanding of the art. They could teach you, the basics. So yeah, now you know a little bit. Another thing I want to mention, Kempo, and I believe Kaji Kempo is different. They do it's every other year that you test for your belt. All right, you get your first degree in 2 years, you get your second degree. And you get tested for your third degree in another 2 years, fourth degree in another 2 years. All right, so they're different than Shotokan and Taekwondo schools out there. And then again, and again, I'm talking about traditional schools and traditional training. You have some schools that might not follow the traditional training at all. They probably, you get your first degree. Next year you could get your second degree. You got your second degree, then maybe next year, 2 years, you get your third degree. So they probably not follow the traditional training method at all. So it depends on who they are. So again, people got multiple black belts. You got to look at the age, look how old they are, and just look at the time that they was training in. When did they start training? All that. So there you go. You got a little bit more information, out there for y'all. So help you make a better decision about when you want to train and stuff. All right, so hit me up. You got any questions, holler at me, talk to me, and look out for more videos. All right, take care.